Robert Duthie was born at Milton in 1891 and brought up to a farming family at Lovell's Flat. He later attended the University of Otago, and he became well known as an excellent fullback for the University Rugby Club, and in 1910 he represented Otago. He was a keen territorial soldier, earning a commission as a lieutenant in the 14th South Otago Regiment in 1912. When war was declared in August 1914, Robert volunteered for overseas service immediately. After basic training in Dunedin and Wellington, he sailed for Egypt in October 1914 as a lieutenant in the 14th South Otago Company of the Otago Infantry Battalion, part of the main body of the New Zealand Expeditionary Force. After months of further training in the desert near Cairo, Robert was part of the New Zealand Infantry selected to join the landings on the Turkish Gallipoli Peninsula in April 1915. The Otago Battalion landed at Anzac Cove on the afternoon of 25 April 1915 and went into defensive positions above the landing beach. A week later, they were involved in a frontline attack for the first time, which failed badly and saw huge casualties, especially among the officers. Bob Duthie survived these actions unscathed. At that point, the New Zealanders were moved down the peninsula to support a British attack on Krithia in the Cape Helles sector. This was where Bob's luck ran out. Unusually, we have an eyewitness account of his fatal wounding from a fellow South Otago soldier, Ewan Pilling. He wrote home that
Lieutenant Duthie was killed outright. He had been sleeping beside me in the trench in the firing line. About 3 a.m. he woke up and, picking up his periscope, had a look over the trench. Evidently he spotted something, and picking up his rifle, he cautiously raised his head to look along the sights, when suddenly he dropped back into a corner of the trench. A couple of seconds later he fell. I was too shaken to investigate properly and got a man from further along to dress his wound. The doctor arrived in less than 15 minutes, but poor Bob was shot through the brain and never spoke again. We were all cut up because he was a fine officer, and the men placed much confidence in him.
Bob later died in a military hospital on the nearby island of Tenedos on 12 May. Bob Duthie was 23 years old and is remembered on the memorial at the Pink Farm Cemetery, situated near where he fell at Cape Helles on Gallipoli.